Have you ever heard of a love so powerful it broke every rule? This is that story. A king with everything. Palaces, armies, riches, yet an empty heart. And a simple girl, Noori, with nothing but a pure spirit. Their worlds collided, creating a legend that's more than a fairy tale. This is a lesson about the true meaning of connection. Imagine a king, respected and feared, risking everything for love. He chose his heart over his crown, defying tradition for something real. This is the story of Tamachi and Noori, a beacon of humility and devotion. Their love challenges what we value, not wealth or title, but kindness and honesty. Let's journey back to ancient Sind, to palaces and peaceful lakes, and witness a love that became legend. The greatest treasures aren't in royal vaults, but in the honest connection between two souls. True love is, and always will be, the greatest adventure. In ancient Sind, King Tamachi ruled with power and wealth, yet felt empty inside. Surrounded by luxury, he longed for genuine happiness and a real connection. He wanted someone who saw him as a man, not just a king. Meanwhile, by Kinjar Lake, Noori lived a simple life in a fishing village. She had few possessions, but her heart was full. She found joy in nature and family. Noori was known for her humility, kindness, and purity of spirit. Her beauty was in her actions and gentle nature, not in riches. She treated everyone with respect and carried herself with quiet dignity. Content with her life, she never wished for more. Her world was small but filled with love and peace. The king's palace was a golden cage. Noori's humble home was a place of true contentment. Their worlds were about to collide. One day the king escaped his palace, seeking peace by Kinjar Lake. Watching the fishermen, he saw Noori. Her grace and serenity captivated him. She worked quietly, unaware of his gaze, content in her world. Unlike the court's calculated beauty, Noori's was effortless and pure. Her humility and innocence struck the king's heart. He felt a powerful pull, a need to know her. Moving his barge closer, he became more enchanted by her kindness and sincerity. In Noori, he saw a richness of character greater than all his treasures. For the first time, he felt hope. The king realized what he'd been searching for wasn't in his palace, but here, on the lake. He knew he had to meet her. His lonely heart had found its answer. Everything was about to change. The king couldn't forget Noori. Her spirit filled the emptiness in his heart. He made a bold decision to marry the humble fisher girl, defying every royal tradition. His proposal shocked Noori's family and the entire village. But Tamachi's intentions were sincere. He valued her inner worth above all. This was more than love. It was a public declaration against social class. In a world of strategic marriages, his choice was revolutionary. Despite objections from advisors and scandal among royals, the king stood firm. With her family's consent, Noori agreed to marry him. She left her simple life for the royal court, trusting in his love. Tamachi wasn't just marrying a fisher girl. He was elevating humility and authenticity. He showed his people that true value lies in the soul, not status. His heart had chosen, and he would stand by it. A new chapter began. News of the king's choice sent shockwaves through the palace. The other queens, raised for royalty, were outraged and jealous. Ministers feared the marriage would shame the kingdom and weaken the king's authority. They pleaded with him to reconsider, but Tamachi was unmoved. His love for Noori was not political. It was real. The elite mocked Noori, unable to see her true worth. Rumors spread, and society was scandalized by the king's defiance of class boundaries. Yet Tamachi stood firm, protecting Noori from negativity. He made it clear she was his chosen queen, deserving respect. He faced criticism with unwavering resolve. True leadership, he showed, is doing what's right, not what's popular. He chose love over the world's opinion. The palace would never be the same. Noori entered the palace, surrounded by luxury. but remained unchanged. She wore silks and jewels, yet kept her humble, gentle spirit. Noori treated everyone with respect, from ministers to servants. She spoke fondly of her simple life and never pretended to be someone else. Her humility only deepened the king's love for her. She asked for her family to visit and kept her old clothes and fishing net as reminders of her roots. The other queens mocked her, but the king admired her integrity. Palace staff were touched by her kindness and sincerity. Noori's actions taught that true royalty is about character, not birth. She remained grounded, never letting power change her. Her humility became her crown. Even as queen, she was still Noori, the girl from the lake. She proved you can change your world without losing yourself. The love between Tamachi and Noori grew stronger every day. Their bond was built on respect, honesty, and mutual admiration. The king loved Noori's soul, not just her beauty. With her, he found peace and contentment he'd never known. He made her his chief queen, honoring her above all others. He listened to her stories, learned from her wisdom, and valued her advice. Noori loved him selflessly, caring only for his happiness. She never sought riches or power. Her love was pure and steady. Together they revisited Kinjar Lake, remembering where their journey began. The king honored her family and community, extending his love beyond the palace. Their devotion showed that true connection transcends status and wealth. Their love was a sanctuary in a turbulent world. It was a bond deeper than any ocean. At its core, this is a story of courage. The courage to be authentic. Tamachi defied expectations, choosing love over tradition and power. He faced criticism from all sides, but stood by his heart. Noori's courage was quieter. She stayed true to herself in a world that tried to change her. She refused to pretend, holding on to her humility and kindness. Their story teaches us to value people for who they are, not their status. It inspires us to be authentic, even when it's hard. True strength is staying true to your values, not just fitting in. Their love was powerful because it was real, between two genuine souls. Don't be afraid to be yourself or to love authentically. The world may judge, but real love stands firm. Noori and Tamachi's courage changed their world, and ours. Their story is a call to love bravely and honestly. The legend of Noori and Tamachi echoes through time, reminding us what truly matters. In a world obsessed with status, their story calls us back to character and humility. Noori's humility was her greatest strength, even as queen. She never forgot her roots, teaching us to stay grounded no matter how high we rise. True greatness is found in kindness and grace, not in being above others. Their devotion was about loving each other's true selves. Tamachi saw the queen in a fisher girl. Noori saw the man behind the king. Their partnership was built on respect and deep connection. Their love endures because it was based on soul, not status. Their tomb in Kinjar Lake stands as a monument to eternal love. But their real legacy lives in every heart touched by their story. True love is humble, honest, and forever.